Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Park Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Dukes will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense lining up for a first down play. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thompson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Fleming. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking to throw on third. Gets it out fast. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thompson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll try the run. At the 20, just steamrolling the defense. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
On the ground. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That turned out to be a free play with the offsides penalty. They'll wave it off, and the touchdown counts. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground, and they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Barnett. It's complete. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on 4th down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially? You could see that. You know, there are a lot of coaches early in games that are willing to take big risks. So bells and whistles have got to be going off if you're on defense right now.
Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on their own side of the field. If we're going to go for it on 4th down, I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap him up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
On 3rd down, going up top. Got a man. It's Penny. Finds a crease at the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, James Madison.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. A third down try for the offense. Trying to pick up a first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, going to the air. Makes a grab enough for the first. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. He's got it on the right. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Caught behind the line. It's Hurst. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10. Going to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Going with the counter play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On third and short, the power run here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Fleming. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
He wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On first down, the quarterback sneak. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to throw, it's Barnett. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll try to get him on the fake. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll run it from the gun. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, wants to throw it. He uncorks a bullet to the right.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
To the air, it's Barnett. Throwing right. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Here's the give off the left side.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Dukes are marching down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. Powers through the defender. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They're bringing heat. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, James Madison. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the move, it's Brock. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Here comes the option. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Coming after him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Dances away. Got it in the middle. It's Fleming. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Quarterback checking off. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The Panthers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thompson. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. Third down coming up. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Unleashes to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown Dukes. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Liberty is torching the opposition today, lighting up that scoreboard thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 17 over Middle Tennessee. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Brings it in down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Couldn't make the play on 1st down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hurst. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They're facing a 3rd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Makes the grab well past the sticks. Touchdown, Georgia State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football.
He's looking to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's at the 50. At the 30. He's at the 20. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Guys, James firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Shakes off a tackler. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so bad.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Field goal is good. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. That is the exclamation point, and they remain perfect. Winning those individual 6-second battles.